Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Now I know it's again been a while since I last uploaded something, but if I'm completely honest, I've been struggling with things in my head, you know, been all over the place, and at one point I was actually deciding whether or not I wanted to carry on doing this, because I've been doing it for about 6 years now, and for all intents and purposes it just sounds like I'm shouting into the void, because, you know, when I release a video there's one, maybe 3 people that actually watch the videos at premiere. Outside that, barely anyone's even watching the videos. You know, it seems like I'm just talking to the wall basically, and I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to carry on doing it. So, you know, been a bit of a struggle in my headspace recently, but anyway, we're back now, and today we're going to be revisiting Mindistry, or Mindistry. I can never remember how it's pronounced. We've looked at the band a couple of times. You know, they've had some really interesting and really good music. I've really enjoyed the tracks I've looked at so far, and a couple of days ago they released a new track called Astray. So that's what we're going to look at today. Now, the actual video itself was a lyric video. There wasn't any lyrics available, like, written down. So what I did, as I've done before, I put the video on mute and watched the video and just typed out the lyrics as they came out on the screen. So in theory, they should be accurate. Now, there is an explanation as to what the song itself is about, but I won't talk about that until afterwards. Yeah, in the past I've actually done that beforehand, but I don't think I'll do it here. So yeah, like I said, I've always enjoyed the music I've come across from this band before, so we'll just jump into it and see what we've got. But before we do that, if you could take a moment to like and subscribe, it would really help me out. You know, like I said, I've been doing this for about 6 years, and as it is, barely even 2% of people watching my videos are actually subscribed, you know, and, you know, it'd really help me out. You know, it doesn't cost you anything, it takes a fraction of a second, but it does make the biggest difference to me and the channel. You know, it really does help the channel out. But anyway, we'll move on from that and we'll just check this track out. So this is Astray by Mindistry, or Mindistry, whatever it is. Let's have a look.
My reflection clearer, like a dirty mirror stares at this fallen son of yours, stained and torn. Longing for that past embrace, wishing you and I were in this place, sleep deprived and full of hate, finding out it all was innocent, with the shadow, face to face with the abyss, my soul dismissed, crying out even though my voice becomes undone, yet I will fight to feel the sun. Wounded, broken, lost, impure, wishing for a thought that's pure, forgotten remnants coming through of the way I treated destiny, with the shadow, face to face with the abyss, my soul dismissed, crying out even though my voice becomes undone, yet I will fight to feel the swirling wounds that begin to
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Mindistry by Mindistry. It's a good song. I like it. And I like the way he's actually done it, the way this song's actually been recorded, because like in the main sort of verses, it's very bare. There's like a little bit of rhythm going on in the background and just the vocals, you know. It's very minimalist in the actual verses, and the way I think it's been done that way specifically to evoke a certain feeling, a certain emotion, and I'll get to that in a second. Because the song Mind Astray, underneath the actual track, he's written, Mind Astray is a powerful reflection of the fragility of love and the enduring impact of our choices. It speaks to anyone who has ever felt the sting of regret and the longing for what once was. This song is not just a personal lament, but a universal anthem for those who have wandered through the maze of their mind, seeking closure in a love story that never reached its full potential. It's a haunting journey through the corridors of memory where love lost and regret intertwine. So there you go. It's about, you know, that moment where like you were in a loving relationship or something like that, or, you know, whether it be romantic or even familial, friendly, whatever, you know, and then that person is no longer there, you know, either the relationship's gone sour and broken off, or they've passed, or whatever, and there's that sort of regret going through your mind of what could I have done differently, and, you know, the possibility of I really want to get this back, I wonder if they'd take me back if I did this, that and the other. It's that regret, it's the lamenting of lost love, which is what it's about, and that's what I think, excuse me, was the thought behind the way the verses were performed. You know, there was, like I said, there was the vocals there, but the music in the background, it was very minimal, it was barely there. And I sort of think that brings it forward, the sort of isolation, the loneliness sort of feeling, you know. He's sort of sitting there in this gaping space because there is an empty space in his life because of the loss of this love, this relationship, what have you, you know. So it's sort of like the solitary thought in his mind, you know, everything else is just fucked off, you know, so it's just him in this big open space, a lone silent voice going, what have I done, what's happened, what can I do? And I think that's clever, you know, it sort of evokes the loneliness he's feeling by doing the chorus, verses like that. I like it, it's clever. I'm assuming that was his intention. Either that or I'm giving him a massive amount of credit for something that was just accidental. But I'm pretty sure it was done like that on purpose. Anyway, even though the lyrics came up on screen, we'll discuss them anyway. Facing my reflection clear, like a dirty mirror stares at this fallen son of yours, stained and torn. So he's looking at himself, you know, sort of going, he's taking a long hard look at himself going, what the fuck is wrong with you? What have you done? You know, you've managed to fuck this up. You know, we had something that was great. We had something that was amazing, that was pure, that was beautiful, and you've gone and fucked it up. What is wrong with you? You know, that's basically what he's saying. Looking at his reflection clearly. So he's looking at himself and realising, you know, just exactly how much he messed up. You know, like a dirty mirror stares at this fallen sun. So he's sort of looking back at himself going, oh, shit. Longing for that past embrace, wishing you were not... Longing for that past embrace, wishing you and I were in this place, sleep deprived and full of hate, finding out it was all in vain. So longing for that past embrace, wishing you and I were in this place. So again, you know, I'm mourning that thing that I have lost, you know, whether it was through my fault or whether you chose to leave. You know, whether I pushed you away or you chose to leave. You know, I'm still mourning that. I'm longing for that. I regret losing that. I want that back. You know, wishing you and I were in this place. You know, wishing we were back together so that we could share those moments. Sleep deprived and full of hate, finding out it was all in vain. So again, you know, many sleepless. You know, he's lost this thing that was important to him, and it's causing him sleepless nights. And you know, he's angry probably at himself more than anything else. you know, and finding out that everything he'd done was all in vain because, you know, he fucked it up. You know, he made the mistake. You know, he's destroyed this, or again, potentially the lost partner might have been the one that fucked it all up. You know, again, finding out it was all in vain. You know, so all the effort that we put in was for absolutely nothing. Then it goes into that chorus. Descend with a shadow, face to face with the abyss, my soul dismissed. Crying out even though my voice becomes undone, yet I will fight to feel the sun. So descend with a shadow, face to face with the abyss, my soul dismissed. That seems like a very good description of depression, you know. Depression's often referred to as like the black dog, you know, or a very dark place. So descending with a shadow and face to face with the abyss, you know, it's a very good description of depression, you know, finding yourself alone in a very dark place. My soul dismissed, you know, so you feel drained, you feel empty, you feel hollow, sort of thing. Crying out even though my voice becomes undone. Now, you know, so he's crying out and sort of, you know, screaming for help, screaming, you know, maybe begging someone to come back, but, you know, his voice becomes undone. It's sort of either getting lost in the void, you know, he's screaming out and it's just disappearing, or his voice is breaking. He's, you know, his cries are just falling on deaf ears, you know, the sound is just disappearing, you know, it means nothing to anybody, nobody can hear him, basically. Yet I will fight to feel the sun, you know, so he's going to do everything in his power to claw his way back into the light, back into a happy place, to where he feels he wants to be, you know, he will fight to get back what he's lost, essentially. Wounded, broken, lost, impure, wishing for a thought that's pure. Forgotten remnants coming through of the way I treated you. So, wounded, broken, lost, impure, that's basically just how he's feeling, you know, he feels like shit. Wishing for a thought that's pure. You know, rhyming impure and pure, there's not really much you can do there, given the theme, but it's one of those rhymes that I don't like it when bands rhyme the same word with each other, if that means. I mean, I know it's impure and pure, but you get what I mean. I don't know why it just sounds wrong to my ear when they rhyme the same word. But anyway, you know, wishing for a thought that's pure, you know, so he feels broken and horrible, he feels like shit, and he just wants a nice, pure, he wants a happy thought, because he's in this miserable, dark place. Forgotten remnants coming through of the way I treated you. Now that could be determined one or two ways, but I'm more inclined to believe that he's now realising, you know, forgotten remnants coming through of the way I treated you. I get the impression that he's now sort of coming to this realisation that, you know, he's getting this revelation of looking back at the relationship that they had and going, oh my god, I treated them like shit. You know, that's the impression I get from that, you know. He's only just realising what he's done. You know, at the time when he was doing this, you know, treating them a certain way, he didn't realise he didn't realise what a bastard he was being. He didn't realise what a complete arsehole he was. He didn't realise that he was treating them so badly. So now he's just sort of gone, holy shit, oh my god. That's why. Shit. And, you know, now wounded and broken, you know, he's now sort of realised, you know, it's all my fault. I was such a dick. You know, that's the way I interpret that. I mean, there is also a possibility, if you look at it from another direction, where it could be the partner that's left because of whatever reason. You know, it could be that he's remembering all the ways that he treated her that were nice and great, and she's just discarded them. But I get more of the impression that it's him coming to the revelation of, oh my god, I was a dick. Then it goes into the chorus again, but it extends it. It says, descend with a shadow, face to face with the abyss, my soul dismissed, crying out even though my voice becomes undone, yet I will fight to feel the sun. Healing wounds that begin to rip as I try to steer a sinking ship, moulding darkness taking shape day by day, yet I will fight to find a way. So, you know, like I said before, descend with the shadows, face to face with the abyss, my soul dismissed again, you know, depression, misery, crying out even though my voice becomes undone. You know, his cries for help, his pleas for them to come back, falling on deaf ears. My eye is leaking. Someone must be cutting grass. But I will fight to feel the sun. Healing wounds that begin to rip as I try to steer a sinking ship. So he's trying to mend the wounds that he's got from like the loss of this relationship, you know, the broken heart. It feels like your heart's been torn out of your chest, you know, and of course all the sort of pain, regret, and you know, all the bad things going on in his mind, going, oh my god, I was such a dick, as I tried to steer a sinking ship. So it's like futility, you know, I'm trying to steer a sinking ship. I'm so determined to get this to where I'm going, even though it's all going so badly. You know, the ship is still sinking, but I am still determined to get it to where I'm going. Chances are I'm going to fail, but I'm going to bloody try my damnedest, basically. Moulding darkness taking shape day by day, yet I will fight to find a way. So again, you know, it's that determination to push forward, you know, even though everything seems bleak, everything is dark, everything is, you know, the encroaching dark is getting closer and closer and closer, the inevitability of failure is getting closer and closer and closer, but he is so damn determined to make sure that he puts his all into it to try and fix it. And then it repeats it again. Descend with a shadow, face to face with the abyss. My soul dismissed, crying out, even though my voice becomes undone. Yet I will fight to feel the sun. Healing wounds that begin to rip as I try to steer a sinking ship. Moulding darkness, taking shape day by day. Yet I will fight to find a way. And there we go. So, you know, I like what the song's talking about, and I love the imagery that's been used. I think it's very, very clever. And you know, the chorus bit, you know, it came in with the heavy Rammstein-esque sound that we've come to know from Mindistry or Mindistry. I can never remember how it's pronounced. You know, and it's a good piece of music. And you know, there's been such variation within the tracks that I've looked at so far. I think I've looked at possibly 2, maybe 3 in the past, and they've had enough variation in them to make each of them sort of stand out. You know, you sometimes get bands and they're very, very samey, but here, you know, each piece has been individual, each piece has had a specific story or meaning behind it, and I like that. I mean, this is a band, or an artist should I say, that I think is incredibly good and very, very interesting. I really enjoy their music, but I don't know what else I can say, and so I'll leave that as it is. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it really, really, really would help me out. You know, I've been doing this for about 6 years, a little bit over 6 years, and not even 2% of people watching my videos are actually subscribed, and that is quite disheartening, you know. And I put a lot of time and effort into this. I thought I'd try to do something that other reactors hadn't done by actually talking about what the song is about. You know, there's very few, if any, other reactors that actually do that, you know, try and actually find the meanings and themes behind songs, talk about the stories that they talk about, you know. And I thought that might be something people might like. I don't know, but, you know, maybe I'm just talking too much and people just want to come look at the music and then leave. I don't know. But, you know, if you could like and subscribe, it would really, really help me out. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes a fraction of a second, and it does make the biggest difference to me and the channel. But anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Descend with the shadow, face to face with the abyss.